So I'm sitting with a friend at a cafe, right? It was a fun day at school and we decided to go to the cafe. But it was after like the learning hours, so everyone's just having fun and we're just chilling at the cafe after school, sipping some overpriced drink. And he's scrolling through his phone, showing me all these Instagram profiles of people we actually know. And he's like, bro, look at this guy. And he's swiping to some dude we once went to school with, like primary school, middle school. And he is posting gym pics and flexing cars he doesn't even own. So I just nodded, half listening to him at first, just looking at my drink, thinking about life because I was a little out of it. So then he shows me some girl, same age as us, and that's what got me because she takes selfies all day and has 200,000 followers. That's all she does. Selfies, duck lips, biscuit butt, bikini pics. And we're here busting our asses, trying to balance school, side hustles, working out. And I've got like 10 likes on a good day. And that's when it hit me. So I looked up at him. I looked to him from my drink. And I was like, man, what are we even doing? How did we end up here? Like just sitting around watching each other's downfall, looking at other people live life while we're just here struggling to exist. And he just shrugged and he was like, that's how it is now, bro. It's just life. He just shrugged it off. But that's the problem, isn't it? It's not supposed to be how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. We're living in a society where success is measured by how many likes you get, how many strangers think you're cool on the internet. And real work, real ambition, that's just noise in the background while everyone else is chasing validation from people they don't even fucking know. Modern society is broken. And if you're not questioning how things got this twisted, you are part of the reason why it's staying this way. But stick around because I am going to show you how exactly why our way of living is not only flawed. But stick around because I'm going to show you why our way of living is not only flawed, but designed to keep you stuck. So let me put y'all on game real quick. One is social media, right? I like to call it the modern Colosseum. That's the obvious elephant in the room. All right, let's start with the obvious elephant in the room, social media. We live in a world where more people care about their TikTok follower account than their actual friends. We've turned platforms like Instagram into modern day colosseums where everyone competes for fleeting attention of the masses, for this attention of the masses. But instead of lions and gladiators, right, we've got influencers and teenagers doing the most cringe-worthy dances since Charlie Chaplin. Validation from people we don't even know. Let me ask you guys this. When did we decide as society that taking pictures of our food and our body features would become the most valuable use of our time? When did we decide that taking videos of us shaking our asses would become the most valuable use of our time? Social media is like junk food for the soul. It tastes good at first. It's a quick release of relief, right? We just can't seem to stop ourselves from gorging on it. You wake up, you grab your phone, you scroll through a bunch of meaningless posts. And before you know it, you're knee deep into cat videos and Kardashian memes or some try not to laugh videos or something. And the worst part is not even that. It's the whole system that thrives on making you feel like you're not enough. That's what social media is designed to do. They want you to come back and come back for more. That's why they make it feel like you're not enough. They make you seek approval from people you don't even know while destroying your confidence in the process. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. Every post is a highlight reel. And you're there sitting thinking you're the blooper reel of your own life. Now let's talk. Now, if social media is a train wreck, the education system is the flaming dumpster behind it. The flaming dumpster fire behind it. And this is not the first time I say this. All right. So what's the point of spending 12 years in school memorizing the Pythagoras theorem? Let me ask you this. What's the point of spending 12 years in school memorizing the Pythagoras theorem if you graduate with zero life skills? Schools teach you how to solve equations, but don't even teach you how to solve real-time problems at life. And here's the truth. You leave school with a diploma, maybe with a degree, right? If you're good or that good, but not even a clue of how the real world works. And don't even get me started on the student loans, because we've convinced an entire generation to go tens of thousands of rands and dollars into debt for a price of paper, for a piece of paper, pardon my Greece, unless you're going into a specialized field that won't even guarantee you a job at flipping burgers. It's like buying a Lamborghini, but when you get the keys, you realize they forgot to include the engine. Congrats! You've got a shiny degree, but no fuel to actually get anywhere in life. Now let's shift gears. You've made it through school, right? You've dodged the student loans and you've landed yourself a lovely 9-to-5 job, quote unquote. You're supposed to feel successful, aren't you? Wrong. Welcome to the rat race, my friend. It's a modern day slavery dressed up in a suit and tie. Think about it. You spend 5 days a week trading your time for a paycheck just so that you can barely afford rent and food. In the world of today, where inflation is so high, weekends are spent recovering from the exhaustion of pretending you don't hate your job. And before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle, grinding away at a life you never wanted to begin with. A life you were told to have, a life you were convinced was good for you. Let me ask you this. Who sold us the lie that working yourself to the bone for 40 years just to retire with enough money to maybe enjoy the last 10 years of your life is the pinnacle of success? It's like running on a hamster wheel. Only thing is, this one comes with a cubicle and an HR department that occasionally throws you a pizza party to keep you from jumping out of the window. And let's talk about something that really grinds my gears. Something I've talked about over and over again from the beginning of this channel: cancel culture. What started as a way to hold people accountable has turned into this full-blown witch hunt. Now you can be cancelled for just about anything. You don't believe me? Alright, do me a favor, make a video of you saying something remotely controversial or have a bad take from something that happened 10 years ago. You're done. You will be erased faster than Spider-Man and the rest of the Avengers in Infinity War. And here's the harsh truth about it. We've lost the art of discussion. We've forgotten how to disagree without wanting to destroy each other's lives. Instead of fostering dialogue, right, we cancel anyone who doesn't fit the mold of society, who doesn't fit the mold of what society sees as acceptable. It's like trying to walk on eggshells while carrying a ticking time bomb. One wrong step and suddenly you're out of the game. Your reputation in shambles. And while all of this is happening, we're suffering mentally. Anxiety, depression, burnout. It's an epidemic, this epidemic in our heads, this virus. But instead of addressing the root causes, we throw pills and medication at the problem, or worse, pretend it doesn't even exist at all. Society has convinced us that if we just work harder, grind more, and stay positive, we'll eventually be happy. But here's the thing, they've set us up to fail. You can't outwork a broken system. It's like being handed a broken bicycle and told, just pedal harder, it'll work eventually. No, it won't. You'll just end up with sore legs and a growing sense of hopelessness. And remember when dating used to actually mean getting to know someone? Man, those were the days, weren't they? Now it's all about swiping right, left, and repeating until you find someone who fits your ideal height and hair color. Tell me something. When did love turn into a commodity that can be bought, sold, and discarded like last year's latest iPhone? It's like window shopping for a soulmate. We're all looking for the one. But instead of putting the effort to build an actual connection, we just swipe past anyone who doesn't immediately have Giga Chad's abs, have Kim Kardashian's body, or drive a sports car. Now let's get to the core of what's really broken. Our obsession with stuff. Materialism. In a society where success is measured by how many shiny objects you can accumulate, bigger houses, faster cars, fancier clothes, it's a never-ending race to see who can collect the most crap before they die. Because, you know, nothing screams success like having a closet full of designer clothes, right? Nothing screams success like having a closet full of clothes you never wear or 50 cars you never drive. Congratulations, you've won at life. When did we start valuing things over experiences, over actual relationships, over actual happiness? So where does this leave us? I know society is broken, but you don't have to be. You don't have to subscribe to the madness. You don't have to stay in the hamster wheel, the broken education system, the toxic social media echo chamber. You can actually break free. And that's exactly what I want for you. That's what humans are supposed to want for each other. That's what someone who cares for you is supposed to want for you. Because here's the truth. Society won't change until we do, right? We have to wake up, stop living for the likes, and it's time to actually like start living for yourself. So if there was advice you'd want me to give you, the biggest piece of advice someone would ask me in a podcast or anything, live life for yourself. And if any of this resonates with you, if you're tired of playing by society's broken rules and want to take control of your life, then you might as well just hit that subscribe button. Join the family, right? The only way we're going to fix what's broken is by coming together, speaking out, and refusing to be part of the problem. Let's fix this mess. Fix your mess. Because modern society is broken. It's not beyond repair. I've got messes to fix too. But the best way to start doing it is by fixing ourselves first. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but do you really want to wake up 10 years from now in the same place you're in right now? Watching others live the life you've always dreamed of while you're stuck in the same broken system? It's time to get real. Society won't hand you the life you want. You have to take it. So yeah, modern society is broken, but you don't have to be. Goodbye.